Diamonds, no filter.
Also, you got around 50 Cent and you was able to
Yeah.
do some things with him. Didn't something come out though? Something leaked, right?
No. I mean, it was a record that I did with my homie Scipio from the West Coast, but that verse was already out. You know what I'm saying?
But you was around him in the amusement park days.
I was around the Massacre days.
Yeah, that's the amusement park. Yeah,
No, amusement park came after the Massacre.
Okay.
I bumped into Chris Styles at a SOB show. Me and Styles known each other since Transit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I know Bruce Wayne, Thief of the Night, Mini Mafia, who actually produced my new single that's about to drop with Redman.
That means you know where Demi is at?
Not really.
Okay.
But Demi was on the stage performing.
Yeah, because I've been stalking Demi. Like, where's Demi? I want to find Demi.
She's amazing. I mean, if we wouldn't have. Let me not even go.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Whatever. She was on stage singing. And I was so
the
fucking...
soundtrack of my life at the time?
Yeah, flabbergasted.
Whoa.
So I'm standing there. I never forget this shit. Not to sound ostentatious, but I have my Louis shades on and shit, and I'm standing there. And I get a tap on the shoulder, and I look over, what the fuck is this nigga? You know, I ain't recognize him. He was like, yo, what's up, Styles? It's my artist, you know. So we talk, and he's like, yo, you need to fuck with me. I got a deal with 50, blah, 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 blah. I was like, oh, word? All right, cool. So I went and checked him out. My dude, Irk, one of his main engineers at the time, he was just happy as shit to see me come through the door because he felt like with me fucking with them, it would bring a street edge to Dangerous LLC because they only had a lot of R&B on that side. They had this group HB, Dawn, and Demi. I already knew 50 from when I did a record with P Dat that Sha Money was managing at the time.
Okay.
And then I did a record for P Dat, and at the time Sha Money was running around the street trying to get up $1,200 to get me on that record. So I had already knew about 50. I bumped into him. I was mixing a record called Sixth Symphony that everybody's doing now with the that type of shit. And I saw him, and I was like, yo, what's up? And he had that murder, I don't believe you. I was like, yo, you need to fuck with the nigga that do that singing rap shit. Like, he was like, word. He gave me 3 numbers. His grandmother's number, pager number, cell number. 3 numbers, 3 days later, got shot.
Wow.
And that was the last I heard from him. Now, I was cool with his DJ, Rough Hands.
Yeah.
God bless
the dead. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So we in Rough Hands, me, my homie Cyphers, and Rexham, and I just met Banks. Banks was like 19, and Yayo. And we all in a cypher, blacking out, did a little mixtape, and they were saying 50 was in the Poconos or some shit like that.
Recuperate.
Yeah, and that he would be back in the street. So when he hit, I was like, oh shit, it's a rap. I'm about to do some shit, but it was still as close as we was, because I've been living in Queens now for about 15, 16 years. As close as it was, we still weren't crossing paths. So then I bump into Styles, fast forward, and then now I'm in 50 Mansion. But he didn't even know it was me at first till he looked and he screams like, the fuck is this nigga? Yo, Christ, what up? Like, fuck is this nigga doing?
A left-handed 5 he give you.
Yeah, like,
because he won't give you a right-handed. He still give you a left-handed 5.
Well, funny enough, he gave me a right-handed 5.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He was in the crib with something.
Yeah.
Bad. Oh Lord, that bitch was so bad.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Yeah.
So fast forwarding, we downstairs. This a few days later. Now I'm telling Styles, I'm like, yo, son, me and 50 gonna do a record. He was like, man, 50 don't do records with nobody outside of G Unit, which he did. I said, watch he do a record with me, bro. He been supposed to do a record. So we sitting in the studio. He playing this record called Ask My Dog, produced by Gigolo from Colorado at the time. And I'm listening to the record. He's like, I need to sing on the record.
Like, nigga, please.
Like, you need to sing. So everybody looking at this nigga. At first, my boy Sa, who produced Amusement Park, he sings too. So I'm humble. I'm like, all right, well, Sa sing. And he was like, Christ. He said, well, nigga, get in the booth. I went in the booth and I blacked. And he was like, oh, I gotta change my fucking verses over.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
he went to change his verses over, and we had a situation where Styles, I would always tell Styles, being that, you know, you got a song deal with 50, whatever you give him, if you're going to give that same CD to somebody else, you should at least converse with 50 and let him know based on the severity of your dynamic.
So now Jim Jones is rhyming on the Music Park beat too.
Because he gave Yandy the CD that had that beat on it. You know, we just on his hustle. It was an innocent hustle.
Yeah.
It wasn't something he deliberately did.
But that ended up killing 50 record.
It because he put it on a Gangsta Grill.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we wound up going back to his crib and remaking the record. It was my boy Freak, Psy, myself, Irk, my boy Blaze, Blicky Blaze, you know what I'm saying? He's doing a bunch of shit for niggas now. We was all in the studio working on, and Styles, working on the remix of the, you know, flipping the, you know, the hybrid it. And it was just so much shit going on, and I guess 50 just caught a really bad taste in his mouth with Styles, just from other shit that was going on. And we was in the studio, and 50 didn't want him there. And you know, I was just like, yo, this is the situation. Like, because Styles, that's my man. Like, I'm not going to let you black on my man. Like, and you want me there, but you don't want my man there. I'm not going to let you black on my man.
He leave, I leave too.
Yeah. So I was like, nah, like, this is how the situation is. Remember, we put the little shit in the beginning of the beat. So he's like, hold on. So he played the beat. And when he realized that that's what it was, then, you know, the energy changed. And, you know, Styles sat down and I sang the hook and he redid his vocals. So,
this is Amusement Park?
Nah, this is a record called That's My Dog for 50 for his album.
Okay.
So we sitting there and I was like, look, I need a record for me. He was like, yo, what you need? I got you. Just send me some joints. I'll put a verse. I'll send it to you. And then I was like, yo, I'm doing this mixtape with Who Kid. I need a drop. And he did the drop for me or whatever. So fast forward, they did the contest with Straight to the Bank and Amusement Park. We won the contest, of course, and he performed it on, when he got the Vitamin Water situation, he performed it on the BET Awards. But the behind the scenes video, he goes on the camera and says, the producer of this record is a sucker.
Damn. Talking about Chris Styles?
Yeah.
Damn.
Him and Yayo. So me and Irk lit now. We like, oh, this shit is about to be a motherfucking war. It's a rap. Like, it's Styles like, nah, fuck that. Like, I'm going to go up there and just talk to him and see, you know, what the fuck is the issue or whatever. He was just pissed about the Amusement Park record and Jones, and then him having a problem with Cam and all that other shit that was going on at the time. And that was pretty much the end of it. So now the album comes out, the Curtis album comes out.
You not on it.
And I hear R. Kelly.
On your shit.
But it's a whole nother beat. But shout out to Nelson and Renee and them at G, and they didn't agree with that shit. They was like, I'm gonna tell you right now, wherever the fuck that record is or whatever he's gonna do with the record for Nick, he don't sit on no records. So I'm very surprised that the record, because the verses is different from the verses that was on the record I did with him.
So that record still exists.
Record's still sitting. And that when they told him that would have been like his next 21 questions if the record would have came out. The record was fucking stupid. I mean, stupid. I still appreciate the fact that he put me on the record at the height of his career, and I'm the only nigga outside of G Unit that he ever put on the record in the plight of his career.
So your record with him is an R. Kelly record with him now.
Yeah.
But not the same record.
I was surprised because he didn't fuck with R. Kelly. So I was like, what's up with this?
Yeah, I think that was probably some political, we need a big name type shit.
He a big name. He didn't.
The way I felt like Kobe should have stayed on the song instead of Akon.
Yeah. I mean, you know, like, for me, I understood the politics, but it's just funny because I know what's about to happen with my career now, and I'm just eager to see what's going to transpire.
And how they going to take to your...
Because I got a record with Method Man that Scott Storch produced that's fucking bananas.
diamonds, no filter.